We're going to make my shoebox swap today, and it is another fun fold. We're using the Night Divine die and stamp set. So these are both in a bundle, so you can get those right now in the holiday catalog. I believe they're not on back order anymore. All right, so let me go ahead and flip this over so you guys can see my screen on the floor, on the floor. Yeah, it's on the floor. Not really. It's on my table. So let me explain a little bit on how the shoebox works. So you'll see these clips here. Now, I had bought these clips from Amazon. If you go to my Amazon account, I have an affiliate link, and you can get these, and I get a little kickback on it. The price doesn't raise up at all. It's just I have an affiliate. So if you purchase them from my crafty store over there on Amazon, I'll post the link down below. I will get a little bit of a discount, or a little bit of a little bit of commission from that purchase. All right, so I bought a 30 pack of these, and what's nice is that it clips the card right here. You can see that this is the card. Isn't it beautiful? So you can clip the card onto the acrylic holder, and then this part opens up. Let me show you here. This is the actual box that I had for my shoebox swap. And it's not actually a shoe box, but they're saying just to use a box of some sort. Inside the box, you have all the consumables that you need to make the card. And then you'll have the ink pad, the stamps, the embellishments, everything, the dies if they're needed. Everything goes into this box, okay? So on my box, I had put these clips. So I'm going to clip this open, and I'm going to put it right down here at the end of my shoebox swap, like that. So hopefully you can see here that it's attached to my box. Isn't that a cute idea? So then when they pass the shoebox around, then they had the sample of the card right in front of them with the box. Okay, so that is what a shoebox swap is. So then, of course, you have everybody sign up. We had, I think there was 12 people that signed up for the shoebox swap. So then you would cut everything out for the card and have everybody make the card. So we passed the boxes around. So it was really so much fun. So like, here's the stamp set again up close. Let me show you that again. So this is the Night Divine stamp set and die, and it's in a bundle, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we're going to use those. Now with the shoebox swap, everything was cut. You'll also see in my box I had extras. So I had extra pieces of the white, the designer paper, and then also the greeting where they had to stamp it and then die cut it. Then they also had a package of these to add to their card, which are the adhesive back star trinkets. These are so pretty, and you just add one right above the manger scene. All right, and then the stamps, I want to show you here. I didn't have enough of the Night of Navy ink pads. So what I did is I used the empty, or these are the on-inked Stampin' Spots. So you get 5 to a pack, and these are in the annual catalog. So what's nice is you can make any size, full-size ink pad into a Stampin' Spot. So this is my Night of Navy Stampin' Spot. And it opens up, and then I actually put the re-inker in there in case they needed to re-ink it. So these are the re-inkers. You know, we highly suggest, or I should say I highly suggest you buy the ink refill when you purchase the ink pad, so you can refill your full-size ink pad, but then you can also make little Stampin' Spots too. So you would fill your Stampin' Spot with the re-inker, and I just put a piece of cardstock which I cut out with, I think it was a 1/2-inch circle, and then I just taped it onto the Stampin' Spot, so they knew that this was the Night of Navy ink pad. Okay, so then they just passed this around with the box, and it was perfect. It's a nice size, and it was convenient because I didn't have that ink pad. Okay, so this is what they look like when you get them. They're blank, there's nothing there, it's just the ink pad, and then the ink top of the top to the ink pad. Now what I did do is I put a piece of Scotch tape around one side and up to the top to cover up the punch out of the color, so then the lid did not fall off and it didn't get lost while passing the shoebox around. So those are the blank or the uninked Stampin' Spots. And you get 5 of them in a pack. Okay, so we're going to use that Stampin' Spot. Let me get everything out of here. And then we're also using the square and the banner from the Stylish Shapes. Let me make sure I got everything out of here. So this one is for this greeting right here. So I figured it would be easier for them to stamp on a piece of scrap of the basic white and then die cut it out. Okay, so then all the pieces were in the envelopes for them to pull out and make their card. Let me show you everything. Excuse me, and I'll give you all the measurements for everything too, so you can reduplicate this card. All right, so let's start with the base of the Night of Navy. Actually, this grid paper. All right, let me see here. This is cut at 5 1/2, scored at 1 1/4. Right, so then that's going to fold over like this. So then the finished size is 4 1/4. Right, yeah, 4 1/4. And then so the cut size is 5 1/2 by, I think 5 1/2. Yeah, 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 square. And then on one side, you're going to score it at 1 1/4. And then that's going to make the finished size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be your fun fold piece. And then your Night of Navy, I believe this is an extra piece for, let me see here. What did we use this for? Oh, no, I didn't use this piece. This is not anything. That was just in the box. Oh, yes, it is for something. Sorry. Okay, so this Night of Navy, now this is not what was in the box when they got it. This is how it looked when they got their envelope with all their pieces. So I went ahead and did this piece for them because I felt like it would have been a little bit confusing. So what I did is I took the designer paper with the stars. This is in that Night Divine suite with the specialty paper. So I took a piece of the specialty paper with the stars and I cut this at 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay. And then I took a piece of scrap with the Night of Navy. Let me put this together so I can show you what I did. Let me grab my adhesive. So I just put this onto the Night of Navy. And the Night of Navy is a little bit bigger. So say it's about 3 1/4 inch wide. And I'm just going to put that right onto the Night of Navy cardstock so you can see that the Night of Navy is a little bit bigger. So then what I did is I took the largest square from the Stylish Shapes and I punched that, or didn't punch it, but I ran it through the die cut machine. Let me do this so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me move this over and let me put this on another, or just onto the screen so I can put my die cut machine in here. So let me grab that. Okay, so we're going to put our die cut here. And once again, you're going to use your 1, 2, and 3. So 1 is a platform, 2 is for the die cutting, and then your 2 acrylics, so your number 3s. Okay, so let's put this piece with our designer paper and our Night of Navy cardstock. And remember, this is the largest square from the Stylish Shapes. And I'm just going to put this right over top, mainly over top of the designer paper. And the reason I put them together and then die cut it, because I want that stitched edge, oh, it just moved, around both pieces of the designer paper and the cardstock. So that's why I put it on there first. So now you can see why I did it ahead of time for them, because it would be too confusing. Is that good still? I think so. We're going to find out. I do have that finished one already, so I just want to show you what I did. It's hard to put it, you know, to die cut it and put everything on camera. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is what the piece should look like finished. So you can see that it's all stitched around all 4 sides, so it looks really nice and clean. So that's what was already done for them in the shoebox swap part of this card. Let's move this over here. Okay. All right, so we have, let me actually put this adhesive on this piece down here a little bit more. There we go. All right, so we have our piece for the focal point of the card, which is the manger scene. And then I have my base, which we decided what that was. And then you have your inside piece of your card. Let me tell you what that measurement is. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go on the inside. And then your square piece, this is the, I think this is the More Dazzling specialty paper. This has got the champagne and the gold glittery paper. Oh, it's so pretty. This is in the annual catalog. And this is cut at 3 by 3. So it's slightly bigger than your largest square, which is in the stylish shape. So this will mat underneath that piece right here perfectly, just like that. Okay. And then you'll have a piece again of that specialty designer paper. And this piece is cut at 1 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so it's just going to go around here on the edge right there. And then this piece of the manger scene is already been die cut, and that was from the die cut set here, the Night Divine, this right here. And I think that's it. And then a piece of scrap to stamp our greetings. So let's go ahead and do that first. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Spot. And this greeting, let me show you this, what it looks like on the stamp first. To show you what that looks like, because it's so pretty. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd." That is a stamp there. It looks like they're all like one big stamp, but it's not. This is "The Lord is my shepherd" is the very image that we're using for the greeting. And we will die cut this out again. So I'm just going to use that little Stampin' Spot. You can do it like that, or you can take the Stampin' Spot and just add it to the stamped image like that too. And then we're just going to stamp that. Isn't that pretty font? Oh, it's so beautiful. And then we're also going to stamp in the center of this piece of basic white that "Oh Holy Night," which is also in the Night Divine, which is right here. So we're going to go ahead and ink. This one is a larger stamp, so I'm just going to go ahead and tip that upside down and ink it like that. Make sure you get it all covered up. Okay, so "Oh Holy Night," this is going to go right into the center. Hopefully this is, let me stamp first what this looks like here. Yeah, all right, so that looks good. Let me re-ink it really quick. It's better to do a test than to stamp it kind of crooked. And this stamp is not totally straight, as you can tell by the greeting right here, right? It's not totally straight, so I want to at least stamp it straight, even if it's not totally straight. Okay, so stamping it in the middle. So there you go, "Oh Holy Night." All right, so now let's grab our die cut machine. We'll cut that banner out with this here. Grab that. All right. Let's grab our same sandwiches, 1, 2, and the 2 3s. Now, where's my banner? There it is. Okay, this is also from that Stylish Shapes. This is the largest banner. Fits in there perfectly. And then once you cut this, this will also be stitched around the edges. So pretty. See that? Very nice. All right, so that's done. let's go ahead and put our card together. I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal. I'm going to put this on the inside of the card. I mainly want to put this in so then I know where to put the manger scene, because I want that to cover up that Oh Holy Night so you don't see it from the front of the card. So it kind of covers it up. Okay, so then we'll put our designer paper on. You can use your liquid glue. Remember, this is cut at 1 by 5 1/4, so this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. Remember the Night of Navy. So you're just going to have a little border around that. And then for the, this is the square that we're going to focus. Well, actually, let me put this on to the gold piece. We're going to use the liquid glue for that. I find that liquid glue works the best when you're adhering it to that glimmer paper. Remember, this is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then the gold square is 3 by 3 square. And I just cut that with my trimmer. Okay, so now this bottom piece where the Night of Navy is showing through, that's going to be the bottom of our scene. The manger scene right here is going to cover that up. Okay, so you can see how that, oh, it's so pretty. So just use that Night of Navy as the adhesive part to your manger scene. And I'm going to use the dimensionals for that. I think I have some black dimensionals over here. Okay, so we're going to put dimensionals. Oh, wait, let me get my mini dimensionals. Find them here. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, I'm going to use my, take your pick tool. Let me put some dimensionals on the back of my manger scene here. It looks so pretty. And this is just one pass through with the die, and you get the shape of it, of course, but you can see the delicate details to that, the manger and the hair. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let me actually punch that out. There we go. All right, let me remove the backings of my mini dimensionals. Okay. Then we're going to put this right where that Night of Navy cardstock, you can see that. We're just going to put that right over top of that. And then we're going to take those trinkets, the star trinkets. We're just going to take one of them. I took the largest one. And you're just going to put it like right over the manger scene. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, and then now this is going to go under here, and that's also going to get attached with dimensionals, I believe. Yeah. But remember, the dimensionals are going to go on to the gold piece right here. You shouldn't be able to see the dimensionals from the back side, because when the card opens up, since it's a fun fold, you want it to be right on the edge of that gold. You could probably put 3 of them on there. I'm just going to put that right underneath. Actually, let me just slide that underneath there a little bit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So it's just going to be slightly underneath that. The Lord is my shepherd. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And then we're going to take more dimensionals. I'm going to use the larger dimensionals. I'm going to put the dimensionals along the left side on the back. And then this is what's going to get attached to the panel. Now this is where I was saying you want it to cover. See how you don't want to go too far over this way, because then you can see the greetings. So you want it to come over in the center and stick those dimensionals to the back, just like that. Isn't that beautiful? This looks a little crooked though. Maybe that's better. So pretty. So then you don't see no dimensionals back here either. Such a pretty Christmas card. I love it. So that was my shoebox swap. Let me show you the other one. Also, I have the Amazon link to my shop if you want to go check out everything I have over there. There's a bunch of good stuff over there. But these clips, like I said, these are the clips. These are what they look like. And I bought a package of 30 of them. So this is what they look like in the package. And these are like movable. You can adjust them. So when you put them on your shoebox swap or wherever you're putting them on display or whatever, you can adjust the position of your clips. They're really nice. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any questions about today's card, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!